Overview of the Littlefield simulation. Littlefield Technologies is a job shop which assembles digital satellite system receivers. These receivers are assembled from kits of electronic components procured from a single supplier. The assembly process consists of 4 steps carried out at 3 stations called board stuffing, testing, and tuning. The first step consists of mounting the components onto PC boards and soldering them. This is done at the board stuffing station. The digital components are then briefly tested at the testing station in step 2. In the third step, key components are tuned at the tuning station. Finally, the boards are exhaustively final tested in step 4 at the testing station before delivery to the customer. Every receiver passes final test. All the stations consist of automated machines which perform the operations. You may purchase additional machines during the assignment. Board stuffing machines cost $90,000, testers cost $80,000, and tuning machines cost $100,000. You can also sell any machine at a retirement price of $10,000, provided there is at least one other machine left at that station. The operators are paid a fixed salary, and increasing the number of machines at a station does not require any increase in the number of operators. Orders arrive randomly at the factory. Each order is for 60 receivers. When an order arrives, it is matched up with 60 raw kits and becomes a manufacturing lot. If an order arrives and there are less than 60 raw kits in the materials buffer, the order waits in the customer order queue pending arrival of raw kits. In addition, orders are not accepted if the total number of orders in the system waiting for kits or in the process exceeds 100. If it is allowed in the assignment, the 60 kits may be subdivided into several manufacturing lots just prior to entering the factory. Processing a lot on each machine entails performing a setup on the machine, processing each kit in the lot one at a time, and then sending the completed lot on to the next station. Once all the receivers in an order are completed, the order is shipped immediately. A job is not shipped to its customer until all of the lots in the job are completed. Raw kits are purchased from a single supplier and cost $10 per kit, $600 per order. There is also a fixed cost of $1,000 per shipment of raw kits, independent of the shipment size. The supplier requires 4 days to ship any quantity of raw kits. An order for new raw kits is placed with the supplier when the following 3 criteria are met. First, the inventory of raw kits is less than the material reorder point. Second, there are no orders for raw kits currently outstanding. And third, the factory has sufficient cash to purchase the specified order quantity. If it is allowed in the assignment, you may set the reorder point and order quantity independently to any multiple of 60 kits, as long as that multiple is greater than 0. The current pricing contract is as follows. An order does not leave the factory until all 60 kits in the order are completed. A customer order filled within the quoted lead time of 24 hours earns $1,000. If an order is still in the factory 24 hours after it arrived, then a lateness penalty is incurred. Specifically, the total revenue for an order linear decreases from $1,000 for a 24-hour lead time to $0 for the maximum lead time of 72 hours. Orders that take longer than 72 hours to fill generate no revenue at all. If it is allowed in the assignment, you may select from a menu of other contracts for future orders. More lucrative contracts will have shorter quoted lead times and shorter maximum lead times. You will have some cash on hand when the assignment begins. This amount is depleted by buying machines as well as by buying raw kits from the supplier. The revenue earned from filled orders increases the cash balance. The balance earns interest, compounded every simulated day, at a compounded rate of 10% per year. There are no taxes. All fixed overhead over which you have no control, such as salaries, rent, utilities, etc., are ignored. To reduce the chance of bankruptcy, you are not allowed to purchase a machine if the resulting cash balance would be too low to purchase an order of raw materials at the current order quantity. The winning team is the team with the most cash at the end of the game. You can compare the cash status of your team to other teams by clicking on the Overall Standing button on the bottom of the web page. When the assignment begins, you can access your factory from the entry web page using the team name and password that you requested. I will give you the address for the entry web page. Make sure that you log into the site as soon as possible to ensure that you have access. Contact me to confirm successful access. Once the simulator is running, you will have the opportunity to download various sets of data by pressing a download button below different online plots. Depending on your version of Excel and your operating system, you may need to save the downloaded data to a file and then select Excel as the program to open that file. The web-based simulator runs continuously. That is, if you view the site at 10 a.m. on one day and then view it again at 11 a.m. on the same day, you will see that some simulated time has elapsed. 1 hour of real time corresponds to 24 hours of simulated time. You have no control over the simulator's clock. You may need to wait for a few simulated days to see the effects of your decisions, so constant monitoring is not necessary. When you log in, your factory's status is automatically updated. Whenever you make a change, like increasing the number of machines, the factory is also updated. To update the factory status otherwise, you must click on the Update button on the bottom of the web page. Considering the slow speed of the simulator, there will usually be no need for frequent updating. The web page seen after logging in will have a schematic diagram of the job shop as seen here. Clicking on an icon on the schematic will reveal a menu and corresponding data. For example, clicking on a station icon will reveal a menu that gives data about the station, as well as buttons for additional menus that allow you to change the number of machines at the station or view the historical utilization of the station. In similar fashion, you can get other information as described in the tables on the following pages. You will also be able to download the data into files which can be opened by Microsoft Excel for further analysis by clicking on a button in these menus. With the Order Queue icon, you have access to number of new customer orders by day, average number of orders waiting for kits by day, current pricing contract for arriving orders, and lot size. Selecting the data link in the Windows displays the data behind the chart and may be copied into Excel for analysis. With the Materials Buffer icon, you have access to number of raw kits, raw materials, in the buffer at the beginning of each day, whenever inventory hits zero, and whenever new shipments arrive. With the station queues, you will be able to see the average number of receivers in process waiting while all the machines in the station are busy by day. For stations, links enable you to see number of machines in each station, scheduling policy used for tester only, historical utilization of the station by day, the average fraction of time a machine was busy at that station during that day. The Completed Jobs link displays the number of orders completed by day by pricing contract, the average order lead time by day by pricing contract, and the average revenue per order by day by pricing contract. Clicking on the above icons will also enable you to change certain features of the factory, such as the number of machines in a station. Assignment details shared later in the class will explain which features you can change. Sources and uses of cash can be obtained by clicking on the Cash button on the web page. Sources of cash are revenue, money raised from the sale of machines, and interest. Uses of cash are raw material purchases and the purchase of additional machines. Finally, you can check the overall standing of your team using the Overall Standing button. During the class, we will be completing two simulation runs, capacity and responsiveness. I will provide additional information as the starting date of each run approaches.